Well, good morning and welcome to Fishing with CJ. We are back out on the boat. Another fantastic morning. It is forecast to get a little bit windy later on, but we're going to hopefully get the flood tide and probably come back in when the wind picks up. So, the burning question on everyone's mind is, who is in the locker today? It's Dylan! Yay! And Dylan is going to catch his first fish today?
Yes, hopefully.
Okay, bang on, okay. Now there is a bonus, because there's somebody else in the locker, but we'll see. Jason! Yay!
Well, hey!
The Eastbourne Fisherman!
In the
joined us today. So, yeah. So, just saying, there's loads of space on this door for stickers, so if anybody's got any stickers, Jason, I mean, I've got yours up here. Your stickers are up there. Yeah. No more ado, let's get fishing. My son James up on the bank. What people probably don't realise is my first boat was called CJ after Chris and James, because James used to come out fishing with me a lot, but he's now in the army, so he doesn't get to come. So we've got his deputy with us today, Dylan! Another cracking day out on the sea. What a beautiful morning. What a beautiful morning. Unfortunately, as I've said, the forecast is that the wind is gradually going to pick up during the morning, but we will have got to where we want to be by the time it does that, and then the wind is behind us coming back, so that's good. That's good news. And also today, unlike last week, the wind is with the tide for the first 6 hours of the fishing session, so we should be able to drop the anchor. We should be able to fish this quite successfully, so fingers crossed, but yeah, quietly confident we might catch some fish today. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go outside the west arm, and Dylan is going to catch his first ever fish. Again, that's the plan. And as we know, the first thing to fail in war is the plan. So, yeah, that's the plan. We'll see if it comes true. There's good old Britannia beaver. Nice beaver. So the first thing we do before we start fishing is we make sure we've got our life jackets on. Dylan's got his I don't know what you call it, life jacket I suppose, and Jason is putting his on.
Yeah, it's going on now.
Alright, so safety first, guys. There's definitely mackerel here because we've been seeing them catch them on the shore, but that's not always a given that we catch them.
How can you tell when you've got something?
Sorry?
How can you tell when you've got something?
No, you'll know, trust me, you'll know, because it'll go like this, you'll feel it again. Now, swing them in, swing them in, and grab hold of.
Oh, well done.
Yeah? Whoa! Grab hold of that.
There's still one on there.
Okay, hold this with one hand. Make sure you don't get your hand near any hooks. Alright?
Still one on there.
And let me just.
I got 2 fish on my first ever thing.
Right, let's unhook that. So keep hold of that. That's it. Keep the line nice and taut.
So there's definitely fish here.
Oh yeah, there's definitely fish here, and Dylan's caught some.
My first ever fish.
Right, wait.
Wait. 2.
So, Dylan's first and second fish.
They're slimy and bloody.
And we put them in the live bait tank.
And then I just continue this, right?
Right, so you saw how I let it down?
Yep.
Yeah, well done, Dylan. First fish for Dylan. First fish on the boat.
And second fish.
And first and second fish, yeah.
I never thought I'd catch one.
Well, I was quietly confident. It's a good sign. Once we've got a half a dozen or so, we'll head out. Okay, you need to pump it all the way up a little bit more action, that's it. Hey, this is great. I mean, if Dylan can come out again, he can do all the work. I'll just be the captain then.
Well, we have more rods.
Come on, Jason. Jason hasn't caught. Jason, on the other hand, has caught nothing. And the Chris and the new Achios. Sorry?
Do they like the movement?
Can you loosen the line up?
Right,
I've got a little slow jig on it, but it might not be heavy enough.
I've got the ratchet on.
No. drifting down very fast.
Okay, that was just too tight up.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm deep enough. I think I reeled too much.
Sorry?
I think I reeled too much. I don't think I've down far enough.
Well, I think, because what you can do is you can bring it up 2 turns and then pump it a couple of times. And then bring it up 2 turns, pump it again until you see the lures come out of the water like that.
Yeah.
Then let it all the way to the bottom again.
It's not actually that deep.
I've got some on.
Have you?
Yeah, quick, wind them in. Quick. Yeah, on the drop. Woohoo! Right, a bit tangled up these ones, so let me sort this out. Swing it in, swing them in, because otherwise they drop off and we lose them.
Oh.
Look, like that.
At least we know
Right, let me do this because there is hooks flying around here because it's a bit tangled.
Third fish in a row.
3rd fish. To be fair, I did hook them, but the first 2 you got all yourself.
Well, you did hook them, but like.
You wound them in.
Yeah, I did the work.
You did the work. You did.
Oh, I'm so annoyed one got away.
Right, so let them down again.
Okay, I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
You put it out, like this. Put them on there. You click the button.
Yeah, that's it.
You click the button. You let it go.
Right, yeah, but you got it under control. Do it under control. That's it.
And then it's hit the bottom.
Whoa, and Jason's on the score sheet as well.
1,
On the new Achios
4.
Nanotech. Ooh, sexy rod.
Nice little rod then.
Yeah.
You gotta keep moving. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Fish on. Fish on.
Right, careful flailing it around. Yeah, don't get me a hook in my face. Right, lower the fish down a little bit, Dylan. Lower it down a little bit.
I can't get stuck.
Oh, you stuck it on the top.
All right, hang on. I'm trying to get a picture.
I got it.
Yeah. Right. See, take hold of this with one of your hands and hold on to that. Okay.
Flip off.
Cool. Right, let me take it off.
Can I hold it?
If you want, they're very slippery.
I won't let it go. Promise.
Right, let's put the rod over the side like that. Right, just leave it like that. Hold on to that fish. It's they're very slippery, so you have to grab hold, some fingers tight there. That's it. Right, hang on a minute. I'm going to get a picture of you with that fish.
This is my 4th mackerel.
Yeah, doing good.
And then you just pop it in there. In the tank. I'm dropping my, don't know what it's called really.
Feathers.
Line feathers into the.
So you've got to hold on to the spool.
Hold on to the spool, click the button, and then it
Let it under
gently
control.
release it
Yeah.
until it hits the bottom. It might take a while.
And then stop it with your thumb again. Once it hits the bottom, that's it. So stop it. Wind the handle a couple of times. That's it.
1, 2,
3, 4, and then pump
and
it.
then you just keep pump it.
Yeah, pump it up and down.
I find it really cool that you got a fish radar.
Sorry?
I find it really cool that you got a fish
Fish
radar.
radar, yeah.
That other mackerel was really hard to know I had it until like the end.
Well, what happened was I think it probably hit it on the way down, and so it actually suddenly lifted the weight up, so you didn't feel your weight.
No, the thing that made me notice it was the fact the line was moving, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I actually have something.
Yeah, it's what they call a slack line. But you're in amongst the mackerel there. There is some fish showing on the sounder, so quite confident you'll get some.
Reel it in a bit.
Oh, you got some. You got fish on. Fish on! Fish on!
Oh, that was hard. This one's hard.
Wait till you get a full house of them, mate. Oh, you might have a full house. It looks like there's quite a fight going on. Bring them in slow. That's it. Right, that's it. That's high enough now. Swing them in. Yeah, oh, you got two big jumbo mackerel. Right, so what we've got to do is swing it this way. Take hold on to that.
Okay, they're both in the boat, so they can't escape now.
Yeah, that's right. So hold on to that tight.
Yeah, I've got it.
And I'll take the fish off the mackerel, off the hook.
So how many fish is that now? 6?
I think it's probably enough for us to go out and see if we can't catch something big and toothsome. Because there will be mackerel out where we're going as well. Well, Jason's christened his new rod as well, so it's a win-win.
I think I might get the lighter one.
The lighter rod?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's more fun with the lighter rod.
Okay, so what?
Oh, what the lighter? What, buy a lighter rod?
This one's 12 to 15, the other one is 6 to 10.
Oh, 6 to 10 all day long, mate, all day long.
Oh, I'll order that when I get back.
Okay. So, Jason's still working at it.
So do I just keep going?
Right, no, what we're going to wind these in and tide it away because we're going to steam out over there now.
Okay.
Whilst the sea is nice and calm, we can get out, steam out nice and fast. We'll have a go for mackerel when we get there, because it's until the tide starts flooding, until it changes. There's no point in dropping the anchor. Yay! So Dylan's had his first fish. So that's one target tick for the day.
First 6 fish.
Now, we have a rule in my YouTube channel. Is if you catch the desired species, which you have, you've got to do a dance.
Okay.
So you ready on the camera? Wait. So Dylan's going to do the not a blank dance. So cue the music and dance. Go on, dance. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you've got the camera ready. So, and cut.
Like a dolphin.
That we actually fished last week, which is a set of sandbanks, which are 3/4 of the way out from Brighton to the wind farm. You can see the sandbanks showing up on the chart here, and then you can see the sandbanks on the echo sounder. Now, last week when we fished this, the tides and the wind were all wrong, and we didn't fish it very effectively. We still had a couple of rays and a couple of tope off here, but today I'm kind of confident that the wind and the tide are right. So as soon as the tide starts to flood, i.e. head back this way, we will drop the anchor. So we'll just have a little drift around, see if we can't get Dylan some more mackerel, and some more bait for the bucket, and then we will. You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm just looking over the edge. It's
Oh,
so
right,
cool.
okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have a little drift around. See, once we start drifting consistently to the east, we will drop the anchor. So let's get the mackerel feathers down and have another go. Let me sort them out for you.
Now.
Yeah, we're going to have some mackerel.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay.
On the drop. And hey, Jason's caught some. Woo!
What do I do now?
Keep winding.
I'm blinded.
Sorry?
I just went straight to the bottom, so I guess they're all at bottom then.
Well, I don't think you got to the bottom. That you picked them on the way down. Yeah, well, here you go. Ooh, look at the size of them. Right, so swing them in.
Yeah, they're in.
All right, hold on to that.
Hold on.
Okay, you got it?
I don't want that fish going. Get that. I'd get that one because that's more likely to get out.
It's not going to. It's all right. It's all right. It's inside the boat.
If you get them off, I'll put them in there. They're cool. Right.
See, because you got them on the way down and you carried on going down, they managed to swim round themselves and get a bit tangled up.
3 bits on a one go.
I had a full string, but I dropped 2, which is annoying.
Yeah, when you get a full string, you'll know about it, mate. It feels like you've got a really big fish on. Right, so put it over the side.
Yep. And just rinse and repeat
Yeah,
until I feel happy
yeah.
that I've successfully got some mackerel.
I've got some mackerel on as well. Oh, I've got a full house, I think. 1, 2, 3.
3. Oh, you got a full house. You got
Well,
better
not
than
quite
me.
a full house. I've got 3.
You got better than me.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Whoops.
I've got him. Right, how do I take the hook out?
Right, put him in the live bait bucket.
How do I take the hook out?
Oh, no, hook's out.
No, it's
It
not.
dropped off. Oh, it's snapped the hook off. Don't worry about it.
Either way, I need to learn. I've got the hook out.
Well done. Right, I think we've got enough mackerel now. We don't want any more because we're just in that with a bucket. Yeah, just a bucket full of dead fish. So,
What do I do with this hook?
give it to me. put it up there.
Want me to help you? Get him off?
Yeah, you can. Do you want to pass? I've got to pass the tea. Do you want to put them in?
Yeah.
You got 'em?
Yeah, well.
Be careful with the spike on the bottom here.
Yeah, I've noticed that hurts.
There's the buff out in front of the boat. Hopefully we're sitting, there's a little bit of tide running now, and what little bit of wind there is blowing us the right way. So it is time to get down, because we're oozing scent out into behind the boat here all the time, and that's when the fish will come on. So let's get our baits down, and no more ado, let's get fishing.
Yay!
Yay! Right, Jason's using a Muppet rig, as taught to him by Ben, the Amputee Angler. And as I say, John Locker uses Muppet rigs as well, quite a lot. I haven't used them yet, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on with it. Personally, I'm using a Dingle Dangle Dongle, courtesy of Billy Fishing, because I've been watching his YouTube channel, and it's a really good YouTube channel, so it's worth watching. He's an Irish guy, lives in Norway, but currently he's back in Ireland, and he uses, essentially, it's a hair rig. So we'll tackle that up. I'll show you how it is once it's tackled up, but it's the Dingle Dangle Dongle. How I do this Dingle Dangle Dongle. So we've got a nice fillet of mackerel there, a bit too wide. We're going to put a slice up the middle of it, like that, so we don't go all the way down to the skin. I've measured this already, so we've got a main hook. We've got a wire trace with a little circle hook on there, so it's set up so that bait is that wide. All right, and then we fold this mackerel flesh out around the wire trace, and then we're going to use bait elastic to tie it in.
I can't go up there with that one though.
So that's a Dingle Dangle Dongle. It is kind of something they've learned from carp fishing. It's basically a hair rig, but yeah, on a big scale. What can go wrong? We'll give that a go. And then we'll rig up a rod for Dylan, so he can catch something different other than mackerel.
Yeah. I still really like them.
Let this down under control, right, the lead's on the bottom. Now I'm using a slightly heavier lead than Jason, I'm using 12-ounce lead. It's not really necessary in this tide, but it does mean I'm hard on the bottom. And it just means that when the tope picks up, the target species is tope, and runs, it's a heavy weight for it to pull up against when the hook, and set the hook on itself. So we're happy we're on the bottom, bonking down. We are in the slick because the anchor and everything is directly in front of us, so there was a nice slick of oily mackerel juices drifting out behind the boat on the bottom, which hopefully fish that are swimming along backwards and forwards out there will pick up that slick and they'll swim up it and then encounter our baits. That's the plan. Yeah.
So hold it,
Yeah.
pull back, and
then let it under control,
drop.
all the way down. So let it under control, because what you don't want is to get it too fast, because it will end up twisting up your line.
And hopefully I'll catch a big fish today.
Well, you might catch the first fish. It's a bait that would catch the first fish probably, because it's a smaller bait. So the smaller fish turn up first. But that's not to say you couldn't catch a big fish on this, because tope do take small baits. So you hit the bottom? Not yet.
No, but I think it's hit your... No.
Let me just see if you hit on the bottom yet.
It's still going out.
Yeah, but you remember the tide's running, you are on the bottom.
Am I?
Yeah, so knock that off.
Read it a little bit.
Yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll put this out and you can put it in that rod holder there.
And then that will hold my rod.
So it goes into there like that, it goes through there like that, and drops
Reel
down into
there.
there. And then that sits in there, the reel's holding it all in place.
Is there any strap for that?
No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to.
I'm gonna, but...
Okay, well, if you want, but it's just something else to think about if you catch a fish. Right, okay, jolly good.
Really, yeah.
So, now-
Tug.
It's a waiting game.
The game
See
away.
who catches the first fish. We'll take it out.
Oh, this is a lot less than the mackerel. You'd be different.
It might have come off. You might not have a fish there. So what you can do is you lift the rod up like that, lift up,
Yeah.
and then wind down. And then lift up and wind down. So you're making the rod do the work rather than your winch. Whoa! So no, it's come off. So you haven't got a fish. You had a fish, you had a good bite. Check the bait, see if we need to refresh the bait on it. Because we were getting rattling bites on it. Sorry? Well, because the tide's taking it out a bit. All right, you've still got some bait on there, but bring it in, swing it in. So let a bit more line out, let a bit of line out so you can swing it.
Control.
Yeah, just let about a metre out.
Oh, like that?
That's about enough, yeah. Right, now swing it in. And get hold of the lead.
Can I put some bait on?
I'll leave it to me, Dylan, yeah?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I think that bait's all right. We'll put it straight back down again. It's still got plenty of juice in it. So put it down.
Whop it. 3, 2, 1. The whopping. And then control.
Yeah.
Drop.
Why are you singing Christmas carols? It'll be snowing before you know it.
And also want to hit the bottom again?
You feel it hit the bottom or not?
No clue.
Sorry?
No clue.
You will feel it. Once it hits the bottom, it goes dunk. I don't think you have hit the bottom because your line's going way down there now. Let me just have a look.
How do I get it to not go all the way down there?
To bring it back in a bit. You probably hit the bottom quite a while ago and then just carried on paying that line.
Maybe we need a heavier lead so it just stays at the bottom.
You've got a fish on. You've got a fish.
Oh,
You've got a
goodness.
fish. You've got a fish.
I'll just,
I think it might be a mackerel, but you've got a fish.
I don't care. I've got a fish.
Right, Dylan's got a fish on his bait rod. But I suspect it might have been a mackerel on the way down, which is why he was having problems finding the bottom.
You only get my bait if you stay on the boat. This is your hotel from now on. Ah,
Right, you don't get a hook in your hand. So you've got a good grip on it.
this is your hotel for now.
A good grip on it. Should we let this one go?
Yeah, if you want.
Go on and see how fast it swims away. Come on, put it down and watch it go.
Bye.
Gone, really quick.
We don't need mackerel at the moment. We can catch them on the way home to eat. At the moment, mackerel is not necessary.
Now we have plenty of mackerel. Hard on the bottom, so it's possibly not a mackerel. So Dylan's into a fish again. Dylan's out fishing the both of us, to be quite honest. I think it's possibly a bit of beginner's luck.
No, because I've been fishing before.
Yeah, but you haven't caught anything.
No, exactly. So I count on my beginner's luck. I've just started to get some luck.
Well, you got your... Yeah, all right, okay. I'll take your word for it.
I can't let this one
Let's have a look. No, it's gone. Ah, Dylan, you missed it.
It literally just went.
Yeah, it just went as you brought it up. Right, let's put a heavier lead on this.
I went as fast as I could.
Well, you shouldn't. That's possibly the problem. Right, excuse me. Can I just get in behind you there, please,
Yep.
Jason? Right, we're going to put a 10-ounce lead on here. It's quite a beefy lead, so it's going to be hard work bringing it in. But it does mean you're going to be pinned.
I mean, that's definitely good that I'm getting bites. It's a bit weird that you're not getting any bites though.
No, it is a bit weird. You're right.
Why am my rod's next to yours as well?
Yeah. Well, that's all right. I'll let this down for you. All right.
No, because if you catch one on the way down, it counts as yours.
Right, definitely on the bottom now.
Okay.
And you've got a heavier lead, so it's going to stay on the bottom. I'll put that in there for you. Right.
Now, if there's mackerel on the bottom, that'd be funny. But...
Well, they do go on the bottom, but they tend to be mid-water.
Feels like I'm 10 times heavier.
Well, is it tugging? Can you feel it going tug, tug, tug?
Yeah. Is this good speed?
Right, so lift the rod up like that, and then wind down. And then lift the rod again, and wind down. That's it. So you're making the rod do the work.
This is completely possible. I've not got a fish.
Is it? Oh no, there's a fish there, still bouncing there.
I'm catching this. I'm definitely getting this one.
Well, come on, wind it in then. Yeah, we're obviously in the swim.
It's definitely Definitely put
Make
that
sure
for
you
fight.
hold on to that rod.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, we got it. Guess what it is?
What is it?
A mackerel.
It's a mackerel.
A mackerel
Big
putting up
jumbo
that much of a
mackerel.
fight?
Sorry?
A mackerel putting up that much of a fight?
Yeah, it was a big mackerel. But remember, you've got a 10-ounce lead on there as well, so you're bringing in that as well.
It must be heavy in of itself. I thought we were going to set the mackerels free.
Right, let it down again.
Then again, the rod's bent.
Jason's been awarded a star.
A Patrick star.
Yeah, he's got a star. So there you go. So something different. We're winding the rods up now. We're going to go. We've got half the tide to run. There's nothing happening here, so we're going to try another spot, which is a little bit further to the east, which means that it'll be an easier steam back when we finally go. So I'm going to wind everything up, get the anchor up, and go and do that. So I'll catch you when we're out there. Last, we've got something other than mackerel, albeit a dogfish. But
I want to see what dogfish
ordinarily, I'd kind of be going, oh God, it's a dogfish, but I'm quite pleased to see it. Oh, it's gone.
Have you got?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
He was there, I promise.
Yeah, it was there, definitely.
It
Yeah.
was definitely there.
It's obviously just got hold of the bait and not got the hook in its mouth.
Chris.
Oh man. So I brought a dogfish up to the boat, but he let go because obviously it wasn't actually on the hook, it was just on the bait, which is a good indication that the rubby sack is working. Dylan's is bouncing on the bottom with a worm. It should pick up dogfish at least. And so far, touch wood, the weather is still quite fishable. Tide's quite strong, but it will be slackening off. I mean, the forecast for the wind to pick up is at about 1 o'clock, to be fair. So maybe 1 o'clock and it will get windy. Oh, you want to be honest, this is the first fish other than mackerel I've had all day. It's a little dogfish. I'm quite sure why the day is going the way it is, but it is. Right, so this is a member of the shark family. It's called a dogfish, or a lesser spotted dogfish, or a small spotted cat shark is its other name. You feel its skin, you rub it that way,
It feels silly.
smooth, but if you run that way,
Ow.
it takes the skin off. Yeah.
Could you rake it like a cheese grater?
Well, you could use it for. They used to use it for making for polishing fine furniture.
Are we releasing
Not
this
a
one?
target species,
Sorry?
but
Releasing it?
Yeah, we're gonna let it go. Do you want to let it go? Hold it like that and hold its head so it doesn't turn around, because it will try to wrap its tail around you and take
then
your skin
just
off and then
drop
just let it go. That's it, go on.
Who said fish can't
Wait.
fly?
And away it goes. So, dogfish. All day, apart from mackerel, we've had one dogfish. So let's hope
No,
that's
we
the
had
start.
another bite of a dogfish, but
Holy!
little one.
Yeah, another doggy.
Oh, cool.
Only a little one. They're trying to rub its skin up against me to take my skin off my hands.
naughty dog.
I think I might lure it.
Lure?
Yeah.
I don't think you'll get anything to lure. No.
Can you check if this is at the bottom after you've done that?
Sorry?
It's still on thingy, but I just want to see if it's at the bottom.
Yes, it's on the bottom. But we don't. What we want is we want it to be just doing that near the bottom.
Yeah, I know. So why you put it back in there when I can?
No, you're not pumping it like work, like they would do with mackerel. You're just going to fish it like that and let the tide, the waves and everything have do its activity, because you've got bait on there. So any like dogfish or anything like that that's out there will come along and find those. In theory.
Yeah, and I've got multiple chances now because I've got multiple hooks. I can have multiple dogfish.
You could get multiple dogfish. You could pick up a whiting. You could pick up horse mackerel. Just be nice to get a different species on the boat, wouldn't it?
What did you say? A horse mackerel?
Horse mackerel, yeah.
What are they?
It's a fish that's called a horse mackerel.
Yeah, what do they look like?
They don't look like mackerel particularly.
They don't like horses either.
No, they don't like horses either, yeah.
Oh, I've got a bite already. Right.
Yeah, well, yeah, you've got a cracking bite there. Come on, pick the rod up, pick the rod up, pick the rod up. Don't do it like that, don't do it like that. Think like this.
And then. Oh, that's actually really good.
It might be mackerel, but...
I don't care if it's mackerel. Okay, got something.
Yeah.
How much slow do you get?
It's fighting.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, don't... I don't think you'd catch anything with lures, because the tide's running too far, you're just going to end up fishing in by beach head.
I'm gonna whack a massive slow jig on it and jig it.
Or whatever it is it's pulling. Or it's trying to pull. No, it's mackerel.
Is it mackerel? Is it?
It's flopping.
See, it could be horse mackerel. Horse mackerel behave the same. Keep it coming up and I'll do the underwater camera when it gets near the surface. There is mackerel just below the surface. So.
Could be me, it could not be me.
Keep them coming up.
This is the longest sting to reel in like.
Well, you're fishing right at the bottom, so you're a long way down.
This is not a mackerel. And if it is, it's a lot of them.
Yeah, well, it might not be a mackerel, it might be something else. It is a taupe.
No way.
It is a taupe. Right,
I've got a toe.
yeah.
Oh, mate.
Holy macaroni. Right, now you've got to be careful because
Oh,
Can you
yeah.
grab it?
it's all right, it's well hooked, it's well hooked.
Wow. Slow jigs it is.
Yeah, slow jig with some bait on is what that was. Right, just bring it this way, don't let it move around, that's it.
Slow jigs has resulted in
Oh my gosh, I caught a shark!
into the boat.
I caught a shark!
Well, Dylan, awesome fishing, man.
Yeah,
Can I hold it?
yeah, you could turn around and face the camera
Go
up
on,
there.
hook it and get
Oh my gosh, I caught a shark!
Yeah, you did.
Oh, mate, I'm well happy for you. Well done, buddy. That's cool.
That's cool.
Bait is slow jig then, it is.
Yeah.
There's no way. That's actually a shark. That's genuinely like a shark.
I'll get a, when you hold it, let us know. I'll get it on my thing. That's cool.
Right, so the camera's up here.
Ay.
Whoops.
Oi.
You mind it don't bite you because it has got a fierce old
Yeah,
set
I
of
know.
teeth on it. Dylan has caught the target species. You know what that means? Then you're going to have to do another dance.
I'll have to do it with Dad. Rah.
Nice, man.
Awesome,
that is a
awesome. Happy days,
monster.
happy days.
That is a shark if I've
Turn
ever
around and
seen
face the sun.
it. Yo, I can't really.
Good man.
That is a
Absolutely
monster if
awesome
ever I
fishing.
saw one.
Oh man, I'm so happy that you caught it as well.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
And
Okay,
well
I need
played.
to, I'm gonna go release it now.
Right, Dylan
I've got another
has
bite.
achieved 2 up targets. There you have as well. So, cue the music and dance.
I've got another bite.
Right, and cut.
After,
Dylan
dogfish,
is out fishing us all. He's now got a dogfish.
which I'm going
so-
to put away because it's really hurt my hands.
Yeah, well, jig.
Oh,
Oh, Chris, you've got something on there.
Oh, you've got
2
multiple.
dogfish and a mackerel.
That's horse mackerel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Alright. New species for the boat. What's it?
you got 2 dogfish. That was a haul. That was a haul and a half.
Dogfish and a
Yeah,
horse mackerel.
just turn around and face the camera for a second there, Jace.
That is a haul
Up
and
the
a
one up
half,
there.
isn't it?
That one up there.
Couple of fish. Couple of fish we go. Right, I'm going to get this one unbaited and we'll come back in.
But it's gone a bit quiet now, but the tide is slackening off all the time now. I've got to keep an eye on that buoy because we will eventually start drifting back over it, and I don't want it to happen. So what we'll perhaps do is we'll steam in and have a couple of drifts on a wreck, because the weather forecast,
Actually, not too bad.
it's not happened, is it? What time is it now?
1 o'clock.
It's 1 o'clock. Well, I mean, it's forecast that the wind was picking up at 1 o'clock, but it hasn't. Yeah.
What would we go? See, right,
I use New Haven. There's a gannet up there. I mean, the seagulls and everybody are convinced that we're going to catch something, so that's always a good sign, because earlier in the day there wasn't a seagull to be seen. Now there's lots of them.
Yeah, but we did catch loads of fish when there were no seagulls.
Yeah, well, we suddenly had I mean, it's like they knew that we were going to start catching fish because they suddenly all turned up.
Definitely wrong. It says wind speed 14 gusts and 20.
Yeah, well, that's not happening. Let's not wish it. I mean, it could just change.
Or whistle on the wind.
Yeah. But yeah, cracking day. And so far, the star of the day is young Dylan. Woohoo! Bite on this rod. I'm not going to put the camera on it because it always stops when I put the camera on it. But again, it looks like a dogfishy bite, to be honest. We'll leave it to see if it develops into anything good. I'm not that fussed about dogfish. I mean, I say that, I was quite pleased to have a dogfish earlier just now, because we were kind of on the verge of blanking, and then wee Dylan there put us all to shame.
Good today.
Yeah, it's done good. Yeah, he's going to be pestering his mum for a boat. Well, we've lifted the anchor, the wind has picked up, the tide has changed. Just going to cover this microphone off here because the microphones have died. We lifted the anchor, we're drifting around now, but we're going to give it a day, call it a day, because it's starting to chop up a bit. But we're just going to catch a couple of mackerels each so that we can have a couple of mackerel for our teas. Dylan's doing very well in that department, although I did have a little go just to prove that I can still do it.
You caught one, by the way.
And I caught one, by the way, which proceeded to poo in my eye. So I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but mackerel poo in my eye. Not nice. Yeah, so yes, started out a beautiful day. It's not bad. I mean, the forecast this is kind of a little bit late for the forecast. I did manage to get a hook in my hand, I have to say.
Recently.
But yeah, we're going to wind up and we're going to start heading in. And I also want to point out that Dylan outfished all of us.
Definitely.
Right, so we get everyone in the picture. Well, we had a cracking day at sea. What was the highlight for you?
Highlight was catching my first fish.
And?
Probably catching one of them massive
tope.
Yeah.
And that was, to be honest, that was my highlight.
That was good for me.
That was
I think that's probably the best part of the trip, to be fair. It's awesome.
Low light?
I I liked everything except from, I don't know, probably when we went really fast in the speedboat and it went thump.
Oh yeah, it was slamming a bit, wasn't it? No bit for you?
No, everything was good really, to be fair. Yeah, it's good. It's a good trip. General.
I lost my hat!
Oh yeah, CJ lost his hat, yeah.
Anyway, fantastic day out at sea. I hope you've all enjoyed it as much as I have. Great to see you catch your first fish. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's get this boat put away.